Hey, what's up everybody? Today we are going to take a look at the 2014 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. This is Deluxe Class Snarl. Of course, this is the figure that's in the actual G1 inspired colors with the gold and silver chrome, the red, black, and gray plastic. Even has the sort of like this smoky transparent plastic here, as you can see here on the top of the leg there. So really nice figure. We can take a little 360 look at the figure, which is nice. Do like it a lot. There are some issues, which I will point out shortly here. But there is the figure. And you can also take a look at the bottom underside of the figure as well. There are problems. One of the problems is you can see on the rear legs, these bits here, they are the hands for obviously robot mode, and they're just hanging off there. And if you kind of look at it, you can kind of maybe sort of imagine it being the back of the foot, I guess. But it is definitely kibble here in its dyno mode. So there is that. There also is, in my mind, an issue with the weapon. One of the weapons, there's two weapons really, they basically can combine. But one of the weapons up here is this weapon right here, and this is part of the, you know, it's supposed to blend in with the scales here, or plates on the back of the figure. Well, let me go ahead and remove that and show you how it removes there. It actually becomes the weapon, and there's a barely just a little slot there that this tab is supposed to go into, and I find it doesn't hold that well, so it tends not to fit in there so well. And even when it does, it doesn't quite blend in correctly because you've got this handle here, you know, kind of hanging off it. So there's that. I mean, you can kind of overlook that because there's so much gold chrome there and it kind of blends in, but there's still a handle there on this plate. So this gets taken off for the transformation. Whoops. So that gets removed. And those are kind of the biggest problems I see with the figure. The gold, it looks pretty good. Sometimes I think it kind of looks a little bit too yellow, but overall I think it looks pretty great. The fact that it's all chrome is very nice. So, moving on to the articulation. Well, there is articulation at the jaw. There's a swivel there, as well as there. With the front legs, there's a ball joint, and then there's a pin that basically acts as a swivel here at this point right there. Then at the rear legs, you do have a swivel motion here, as well as a swivel, and then a joint there. So there's that, you know, fairly limited articulation, but at least the jaw opens. That's the best part of the articulation, I think, is the fact that you can actually get the jaw to open here up in his dyno mode. So there's that. So let's go ahead and transform it. I mentioned the fact that there's two weapons. One of them is here. And when you go to do the first step in the transformation, you split the tail, and lo and behold, there's actually this mace type of weapon, I guess, or I don't know what you call it, but you can see what it is. And it just kind of, there's two slots here on the inside of the tail. Yeah, that just placed there and like that. For the transformation back into dinosaur mode. So setting those to the side, let's continue on here. So basically take the gold bits here, and there's actually, you can see there is the tab and the slot, and these get lined up and they get pegged together. Well, same thing over here. Then what we can do is we can take this section here, actually, and then this should split apart, and you can see these will become the legs. Now, what you need to do with the torso and the pelvic area, they actually need to be connected. And actually, let me go ahead and straighten out the legs first before I do that. So, looking at it from the front here, go ahead and extend out the legs like that. And then on the robot mode's left leg, there's the actual dyno neck and head will swivel in there, and we'll sort of just fill in that space on the inside of the leg. Now what's interesting is on the right leg there's a fake dyno head and neck, and by that I mean it serves no function other than to provide some symmetry between the right and left leg. It can't swivel out. It's not like it's going to be like a double-headed dyno or anything like that. It's just there to provide symmetry and I suppose maybe balance the weight perhaps. So anyways, you just make sure you have this on the left leg tucked in there, and then just bring down the feet, and then these bits get rotated up like that. There. So going back, I was making a point about the torso and the pelvic area. These need to snap together. You can see there, these will actually come together, and then should snap into place, and then just straighten out the leg again, just to make sure it's all, you know, standing up straight here once we get him into robot mode. So looking at the arms, the arms are actually formed from the back legs of dyno mode. Rotate them around, and then rotate the hands out appropriately so they're in the correct orientation there. And go ahead and take this section here, and then this actually rotates back and splits apart like that. Like that. So there you go with that. And then finally take the head here, rotate this up, and then there's actually a plate here that actually locks into the chest and prevents the head from sinking back in. Now the problem with the arms here in robot mode are that you have a bend at the elbow, but you have the hollow part showing here, which is very unusual, or very unfortunate I should say. To hide that, you can certainly rotate the arm like this, but then you lose the articulation as far as bending upwards and touching the shoulder. You really can't do that. You have more like the gorilla arms here. I kind of prefer it like this, but then that kind of limits how you can use the hand, because the hand, all the hand does is it's on a swivel, and it's pretty much useless if you have it kind of like this. You can see the hand can't swing out to accommodate for the way the arm is rotated. So really there's a limitation with that here in robot mode. So let me go ahead and rotate it back like this. So yeah, there he is, the head's in a ball joint. Then you got shoulders here, and they can kind of just collapse towards the torso, or it can come out like that. I guess they're supposed to come out like that, allowing you to swivel like that, and go arms out the side, swivel there, bend there. There is no waist articulation. Then the actual hips are in a ball joint. When I first got the figure, the hips / legs were extremely loose on the ball joint, so I applied some clear nail polish, and that seemed to solve that problem. So, you know, swivel there, bend, and then you can see there's 2 points of articulation really. There's swivel there more for the transformation, and then there's actually a swivel down at the ankle itself. So let me see the weaponry. As I mentioned, they can be used either separately or combined. And what I like to do is take them like this and form a axe. This goes in like that. This is my preferred way to display them. I mean, you could use them separately, but I think it looks better like this. And then you can, you know, have your figure like this. Use the thin part of the shaft and then slide it down, so he has a bladed weapon. So really cool. Nice head sculpt, nice Autobot symbol. Definitely like these colors with the gold chrome, gold and silver chrome, and then the black, red, and gray plastic, as well as the smoky translucent plastic as well. Okay, I can see I'm running out of space on my camera here, so this is going to conclude the review. But that's pretty much all the time I need for this. Nice figure, nice sculpt. I do like this design. If I, wanted to spend the money, or if I could afford to, I'd want to buy the Takara version with the green translucent plastic, but I don't think that's in the works anytime soon. Alright, catch you guys later, and thanks for watching.